I have been reading Jacqueline Wilson books for 20 years, maybe a little bit longer. Never has one been so poignant, so true, so speaking to me as much as Love, Frankie. I absolutely adore this book and I could not put it down. And all I keep thinking is, where on earth was this book when I was growing up? It would have been so invaluable for me. It's absolutely amazing. So this is her latest book. It was published last year in 2020. And the tagline on the front cover is as follows. Falling in love for the first time. It's a girl thing. The duck jacket has little holes in the shape of stars, and beneath that the hardcover is actually a very shiny rainbow, and the writing on the front is a rainbow as well. So we're setting ourselves up straight away for the kind of narrative that we're getting. And the blurb on the back reads as follows. I think I am in love with Sally. I still don't totally trust her. Sometimes I don't even like her. But I just feel helplessly drawn towards her. I don't just want her to be my friend. I want her to be my special girl, my one and only. That is spoken in the voice of our protagonist, Frankie, and it definitely needs to be said that Frankie is a girl. She's 13 going on 14, and she's very much the antithesis of Sally. Frankie wears scruffy jeans, ill-fitting jumpers. She hangs around with boys more than girls. Her best friend is a boy who lives next door. Sally is the exact opposite. She comes from a wealthy home. She's always properly dressed, always flirting with the boys. And Sally's not very nice to Frankie to begin with, but soon Frankie still starts to develop these feelings for her, and she doesn't quite know what they are or what to do with them. And as the narrative progresses, their whatever their relationship was at the beginning of the book, which is a very negative relationship, begins to take on a different turn as Frankie tries to understand what she's feeling and how she should cope with these feelings. Obviously, I need to address the fact that our protagonist is a gay character, but she's only just discovering that she's a lesbian. And I think it addresses this so fantastically, because mostly it's addressed through the adults. So some of the adults, when she tells them how she feels, are instantly very supportive. Some of them are very skeptical, saying, this is just a phase. And yes, maybe it is just a phase. A lot of teenagers experiment. They go one way, then they go the other, or, they become bisexual. But some of the adults are very understanding. Some of them are very skeptical that her feelings are even real, which you can understand why they'd think that, but it's not exactly the most sensitive approach, is it? And we have all different kinds of opinions. And I feel like that would be very helpful, because if a child or a teenager is going to come out, they're going to get all different kind of reactions from adults. Some will just completely dismiss them. Some will be very supportive. Her mother is supportive but wary, because she is only 13 and she doesn't want her daughter to think about that kind of love with anybody of any sex. So there are a lot of different reactions. Frankie herself is very confused, and I think this addresses that confusion fantastically. But what I love most about this is how real it is. And I've got quite a lot of experience with these emotions, and I honestly don't know what research Jacqueline Wilson did or who she spoke to, but Frankie's thoughts and behaviours, her actions, her neediness, her confusion, her shift in priorities, it's all so realistic, so believable, so true. I cannot get over how accurate this character is, and I'm mind blown. And as I said, I don't really know how much research Jacqueline Wilson did. For all I know, these are Jacqueline Wilson's own feelings from when she was younger. I have no evidence of that. But it's powerful. It's real. If a teenage girl can relate to Frankie, this book can help them. This will really guide them through their teenage years. It's insane how amazing it is. The other thing as well is that Frankie's mother has MS, and usually Jacqueline Wilson's stories focus on a pretty average child character with either a parent or a relative who has a complication or they have a health issue, and that will help the reader go through that if their own parent has that. So we still have that element in here, although we're focusing on Frankie's own sexuality. It hasn't lost that quintessential Jacqueline Wilson narrative where there's a condition or something that the child may be struggling with in their own life in terms of their parents. It's not the main focus, but certainly it's relevant. And It's just absolutely fantastic, and it's just become instantly my favourite Jacqueline Wilson book. And that's powerful, because Lola Rose has been my favourite Jacqueline Wilson book for 18 years. And I still love Lola Rose. But Love Frankie speaks to me on so many levels. It's so important. So many people can benefit from this. I cannot recommend it enough. I cannot thank Jacqueline Wilson enough. I only wish she'd written it significantly sooner than now.